think I'm about to crash out. Tell them keep on ringing, do say till I pass out. It's another one, baby, it's another one. Got me in my Duffy. I think I'm about to crash out. Tell them keep on ringing, do say till I pass out. It's another one, baby, it's another one. Got me in my Duffy. I think I'm about to crash out. Tell them keep on ringing, do say till I pass out. It's another one, baby, it's another one. Got me in my Duffy. I think I'm about to crash out. Tell them keep on ringing, do say till I pass out. It's another one, baby, it's another one. Got me in my Duffy. I think I'm about to crash out. Tell them keep on ringing, do say till I pass out. It's another one, baby, it's another one. Got me in my Duffy. I think I'm about to crash out. Tell them keep on ringing. Let it do what it do, what it do. It's your boy. Love. You already know what it is, baby. It's Sunday, a day where we should be sitting in and watching football. We should be on the second set of games right now. Relaxed, upset, or happy that our team had won. Or we up in a ramble because our team is playing. You know what I mean? But we not that far. We not that far. Like I said, man, UDR is a podcast full of everything, man. We go over everything from news to sports to what's going on, music, whatever. But today, straight all about the NFL and what's going on in the NFL. So, if you tuned in, make sure you comment. Let me know what's going on, how you feeling about your team, what you think your team going to do this year. So I'm going to post this question up. Don't be afraid to drop your comment in the comment section and let us know, man. But I want to know what in the world are we going to do when Sunday hits? Not even Sunday, when that Thursday hit. And it's Thursday night football. First game of the season. Woo! Give it up for the first game. But we're going to jump right into it, man. We got a couple things before we dig deep into players and contracts and all that. We're going to talk about people that surround the NFL. You know what I'm saying? That are important people that are very known. And we're going to dive into that. So, first up, man. Shannon Sharpe. For those who don't know Shannon Sharpe, he is an individual that is a Hall of Famer, tight end, played for the Broncos and the Ravens. And he hosts the podcast with Ocho called Nightcap. And he has his own podcast called, what is it? The Shay, I don't know. Room Shay, something like that. Something Shay. But all in all, man, for those who don't know, he had a situation a while ago with a young female, and it was a sexual assault case. And let's take a little recap of of what happened. Let's take a little recap. This is a small sample size of what happened.
I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Boom. All right, so that's crazy work, Shannon. Yeah, that's crazy work. Yeah, man. Shannon, he got a thing for not dating his age. He want to date younger, not like younger, but he want to date younger. And yeah, with that being said, man, he finally settled his lawsuit for 50 mil. 50 mil.
What?
Yeah, that's a lot. So I understand though. I understand. The reason being it's gonna cost him way more to fight this than it would just to settle out. So, plus his name all in the press. Then he has to go to court. He has to deal with all that. That's the BS that they gotta deal with when you on that high end stream. You know what I'm saying? But for those who don't know, it's finally settled. So hopefully it'll die down before the season start. Um, it is what it is. But 50 mil, yeah, yeah, that's crazy work, bro. That's crazy work. And I know that it had to have hurt the pockets. I don't care how much money you got. 50 mil, cool. That's crazy. But that's that. We on to the next, man. I'm ready to dive into this other stuff. But of course, we always got some BS, man. Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor, man. One of Fox's hosts, FS1 host. She was fired a couple days ago. Not only her, but Emmanuel Acho, Shady McCoy, Paul Pierce, Keyshawn Johnson, um, man, all the greats, man, all the greats, not greats, but all the people we wanted to listen to fired. Um, Allegedly there was some sleeping around going on at Fox, and that's the reason why Joy Taylor got to where she got to. Not gonna lie, she finding a motherfucker. So I mean, sleeping around, hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, once the lawsuit and stuff came out, I guess they pulled away, whatever. Ugh, you know. But the thing is they didn't just pull them; they fired them. So for the ones that used to watch the Breakfast Ball, the show Speak, the facility, those shows are canceled. They will no longer be on. So we don't have that in game that player insight when it comes to that. I mean, aside from Joy, the other ones they gave great knowledge. How I feel about it, I mean, I really don't care. People, people, people do this shit every day. It's just because she's on a higher stage, it gets brought to light, and it is what it is. But you got people doing this shit all the time. I mean, whether you sleeping with them or you stepping on somebody's toes to get where you need to get to. I mean, it's life. The what is it? Survival of the fittest. I mean, at the end of the day, she did what she had to do. In her eyes, it was right. She got paid. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm more hurt of the fact because I like the facility show and I like Speak. So I am gonna miss seeing them talk, and especially Shady. I really rock with Shady. He keep it a bean. So with that being said, they are fired. You know, you will no longer see them no more. But that brings me to my next, situation because they did keep card show. They kept well, McAfee. That's like the number one show and all. But I was watching Fourth and One. The people that don't know what Fourth and One is, that's Cam Newton's podcast. Um, I was watching his podcast the other night, man, and his fellow mate, Bug, asked a crazy question, and I'm gonna play the clip for you. But like when he said it, I was just like, yeah, it makes sense.
Ask you this. So now everybody's in this whole Pat McAfee era. Pat McAfee started with his podcast, and then now it's on ESPN and it's a daily show.
Licensed. They're licensed.
Yep.
Content.
Yep.
Right.
So do you see that as the wave, and why? So is this the new era of media for linear TV?
Boom. So again, now I'm gonna bounce a little off of Cam of what he said, but I got my own, take on this. The point is somebody like me, I play ball. I done played little league, high school, and college. So I know the game. I want to hear from somebody that knows the game. I don't want to hear from somebody that's never picked up the ball before, never strapped on them pads, never been on the court and then hit a crossover. Never, you know what I'm saying? I want to hear from people like that. I don't want to sit there and look at people in suits and sit there and be, oh, okay, and think it's like a manipulative conception because they're dressed up in suits, they're talking sports, they're talking stats, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, well, just because of the way they dress. Me, I want somebody that look just like me sitting on TV, because then it inspires individuals to be able to be like, he dressed like Cam said. Every time you get on Pat McAfee show and you watch it, he got the guns out. He got the guns out. You know what I mean? He's sitting there with the guys. He's talking crazy. He got his teams up there. He got, simple things. That is going to be the move, because it's so much more freedom. It's not uptight and you just sitting here up at a desk. You got to be here. You got to look here. You got to read this. No, people want to freestyle. People want to sit up there and really give their real opinion about somebody without getting canceled. They want to be able to give this, but the world's so sensitive nowadays. You say one wrong thing, cancel. You know what I mean? So reflecting off of that, the reason why it's becoming more mainstream is because the numbers, the money. Just like Cam Newton said, these players, they should have been had their own podcast. Paul Pierce. Who don't want to hear from Paul Pierce? Who don't want to hear from Paul Pierce when it comes to basketball? Who don't want to hear from Shady McCoy when it comes to football? Emmanuel Acha. You know what I'm saying? Like, these is type of things that these platforms are made for. And then you have something to bargain with when you like a Pat McAfee. Yeah, I mean, I'll come to ESPN, but this is me. I'm not changing who I am. So my followers are going to follow me wherever I go. You know what I'm saying? It's simple things like that, man. And it really stood out to me because I noticed it, because the facility was kind of like a podcast. That's why I got into it. I never used to watch Fox shows. I never used to watch Fox shows until them shows came on. I don't rock with Card, whatever his name, because he get on my nerves. But yeah, Pat McAfee, watch him almost every day. You know what I'm saying? But sticking with Cam Newton, man. Um, Cam Newton, and Ryan Clark, somewhat going back and forth. Um, Cam Newton had did a podcast with Wale, um, about Jaden. Well, just in general, they got to talking about Jaden Daniels, about how Jaden Daniels was a great rookie, and everybody knows about that year two. That year two after a rookie, a lot of people tend to fall off. You know what I'm saying? So he asked him, with him being a Heisman, with him, doing what he did, how comparable is to RG3? Where do you sit with all that? And pretty much Cam Newton, you know, telling him like it ain't gonna be, ain't gonna be no sugar honey iced tea. You know what I mean? Like, you either gonna be there or you're not. Like, you gonna have to really turn up in order to prove that you're that guy in Washington. You know what I'm saying? And Ryan Clark, this is what he had to say back.
With what Cam said about Jaden, or even the line of questioning when speaking to Wale, is Cam has to understand the weight of his voice. Yeah. Cam has to understand that you also won a Heisman, that you were also a top 2 pick. He was number 1 overall. Jaden was number 2. You were also Rookie of the Year. So when you start to speak this way, people look at you from your experiences. You're the expert, right? And then now you flip it to Jaden. Legitimately does nothing to anyone. Nope. Leads his team, plays football, stays out of the way, works his butt off.
Yeah. I love RC. I'm a Pittsburgh fan, as you can see. Love RC, but let me keep it a buck. It's social media. Cam got the power to say whatever the fuck he want at the end of the day. And that my thing is, people come at people for expressing their opinions. But what? It's real. It's real. Look at CJ Stroud. Had an amazing rookie year. Boom. He didn't do so good last year. It's the norm. Once you got film out there, shit hits a little different. You know what I'm saying? It hits a little different. So with that being said, this is why God made us different. I don't mean to bring religion into it, but this is why we're all made different, because we all have different opinions. We all have different thoughts. We all have different thought processing. It's great. It's great. I feel the damn same. I feel the same exact way. Hey, they was tough last year, but guess what? Washington was tough last year. Don't get me wrong, they was tough. Even though we dubbed them, we beat them. You know what I mean? I was actually there. We beat him, but he was tough. This year is different because now they know how to maneuver. They got a full year of film to game plan against you. It's going to hit different. So this is where it separates the Tom Brady's from I don't even know. From the Brock Purdy's. Let me put it to you like that. You know what I'm saying? This is where it switches. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is people don't understand. Oh, he does this off the thing. He does this. He does it. We don't care about none of that. Only the team and the owners care about what he does off the field. Unless he, you know what I'm saying, as long as he's not killing nobody and out here doing crazy stuff. But we worried about what he gonna do on that field. What's he gonna do on that field? You know what I'm saying? But I had to bring that up because I was just like, come on, RC. It just feel like you, at this point, you picking. You know what I mean? I love you to death, my boy, but you picking. And Cam not the one. I rock with Cam heavy because Cam is an underdog. People look at him and they shy Cam away so bad. And he put Charlotte on the map. He put the Panthers on the map. And people, and I'm not even glazing right now. It's the truth. People look at Cam and be like, oh, it is because who he is as an individual. Like, that's the problem with these big corporations and things like that. They want you to be this old uptight motherfucker, and you not that. And then people like Cam, they get tired when they got oversized personalities and they got people that just gravitate to them. Their aura is crazy. People don't like that. People don't like that. They want you to be dot your I's and cross your T's. That's what they want you to do. To me, that's bullshit. You want somebody for who they are and what type of aura they bring. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I had to bring that up. I was just like, all right, RC, you tripping, brother. You tripping. But let's dive into NFL shit, man. Let's dive into NFL. What? As y'all know, on my last episode, episode 9, we broke the news that TJ Watt signed a big ass contract. $108 million guaranteed. $41 million a year. 41 million a year, right? Now check this, bro. Is he too old to sign a contract like that? Was TJ Watt, being 30 years old, was he too old to sign a contract for $108 million guaranteed? Now remind you, that's like 88% of the money already in your hand. Me personally, no. What's 30 years old? I'm almost 30. 28. You know what I mean? What's wrong with 30 years old? And then on top of that, he's in his prime right now. He's in his prime. Now, if we would have signed him for like the next 5 years, that'd have been more of a, all right, now, like, what are we doing? But we got him for the next 308. What is it? 41 million a year, I believe. 41 million a year. If we ain't do it, somebody else would have did it. And it would have probably been more. And then we'd have possibly had to face this motherfucker. Nobody want, come on, man. What? No. The Steelers did what they were supposed to do. They put their heads down and they went out and got Aaron. They went out and got Darius Slay. They went out and got Jalen Ramsey. They went out and got DK. They went out and got Jonnu Smith. They did all that and then forgot they one key thing. Their number one player on the team. TJ Watt. They did what they were supposed to do. We got them for the next 3. Now after that, might be a little different. Now he come out with another big contract. but I see us probably trading him. But at that point, he first of all, he should be a Steeler for life. You know what I mean? Because he's going down in the Hall of Fame, of course. He's always hovering around Defensive Player of the Year, or he is the Defensive Player of the Year. He literally changes the game. We could be down 7-0 or down by a touchdown, whatever, and TJ Watt will get a strip sack and score. He'll get an interception and score. He'll get a sack to push him behind the chains even more. Like, this is what I'm talking about. When you got game changers like that, pay your players. This is what people want to see. Me as a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers, I don't want to be sitting here worried about who you going to pay and who you're not going to pay. When it comes to TJ Watt, players like him that are game changers, pay that man. Pay that man. Speaking of which, Jerry Jones, where my Cowboy fans at? I know y'all, Steph, y'all hurt right now because it went with Bosa. What was Bosa? 35. Then it went to Nick Crosby at 40. Then it went to Myles Garrett at 41. Now, no, at 40. Now TJ Watt 41. What you think Michael gonna want? What you think Michael Parsons gonna want? Michael Parsons is gonna want every bit of 42, 43. And the guarantee is going to be just as much as TJ or less. I mean, or more. And TJ got 108 guaranteed. And I ain't talking about thousands, I'm talking about millions. Yeah, Jerry Jones bullshit. He's famous for this. He done did it with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is the highest quarterback, the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, $60 million. For what? The motherfucker got 2 playoff wins? Come on now. Come on. Ass. Trash. He did it with CeeDee Lamb. Now look, Bustin had to pay CeeDee Lamb. Michael Parsons ain't giving him no pay cut. Ain't giving no slack. He is not giving him no slack. And he deserved it. He deserved it. Like, Michael Parsons is up there. He deserves it. He's one of them guys. Now, you got to come back and build around what you got out here because you waited too long. You waited way too long, man. You waited way too long. Now, Michael Parsons is going to be the highest paid defensive player in the NFL. He's going to be the next one. I mean, that's just how it is. That's how the market fluctuates, man. That's how the market fluctuates. And the problem is, you know, my biggest thing is guaranteed money. Players need that, man. Because at any given time, it could go left. Any given time, it could go left. And they done put all their blood, sweat, and tears into this game since they was yay big. You know what I'm saying? So that guaranteed money, that needs to hit more often with these contracts, man. These billionaires out here that own these teams, they need to get it together and allow their players to have a life outside of the organization. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, 108 million is crazy. I ain't even worried about the other 15. Keep that. Give me that 108. You know what I mean? God, 108? And then Micah probably about to get more than that? Shit. That is crazy work. But the guaranteed money, man, they need that. And like, now Deshaun Watson's contract was crazy. That fully guaranteed contract, 246 million. Whew. God, now that's crazy work. But Jerry Jones got to get that together, man. And let me keep it a buck, man. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Jerry Jones is the reason the Cowboys is ass. He is the reason that they're ass. He is the reason that they're ass. Because he always want to be in the mix. Like, if you don't sit your old ass down, boy. Sit your old ass down. Keep talking about your little dicks and shit. And let the team be the team. Let the coach be the coach. You down here before the game even end, or when the game end, the first person they go to is Jared, and he walking in the junk like he the coach. Sit your old ass down. Yeah. Cowboys been ass for how long? Because of your ass. Like, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Now, you did make a good move by picking up George Pickens, but we're going to see how that play out. You got two number ones. You got two number ones on the team, and Dak Prescott at quarterback. We're going to see how this shit work out. Now, I got two sides to this because it could work out, and then it couldn't work out. The way it could work out is CeeDee Lamb is a little bit better. He's more versatile than George Pickens. You know what I mean? He could take the top off of you, or he can run across the middle. He can, you know what I mean? He can run them short, shallow routes. They're going to double CD. That's going to leave George Pickens one-on-one. Boom. He's going to go get that bag. You see what I'm saying? Now, the problem that you run into is when George Pickens go do that, next year, you got to pay George Pickens. That's going to be the issue. That's going to be the issue. So, what you going to do with him? You going to sit and wait for him? Or you going to pay him? Or you going to let him go and go get his bag elsewhere? You see what I'm saying? Now, the reason why it couldn't work is because they shadow more to George Pickens because he could take the top off the defense. And he's a better 50-50 ball catcher. And he's not getting the ball as much. Or him and Dak don't have a good relationship. Now he on the sidelines pouting and shit. See what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it could go either way. But we're going to see. We're going to see. They didn't revamp the offensive line. They done lost a few key pieces. You know, we're going to see what the Cowboys going to do this year. But later on in the podcast, boy, we about to get deeper. But I'm telling you, it's gonna be some shit because they ain't got no slouches in their conference. So the Cowboys, it's about to get crazy. But on to the next one, man. We have Garrett Wilson. Man. Wide receiver, plays for the Jets. They reached an agreement on a 4-year, $130 million contract extension that includes $90 million guaranteed. Yeah. What? $90 million guaranteed? Over 4 years. Yeah. That's crazy work. First time in the NFL history that a receiver has received an average over $31 million after playing only 3 seasons. Wilson will now be under contract the next 6 seasons through 2030. Yeah, that's crazy work. But he a solid receiver. But $90 million guaranteed, $31 million a year. That's crazy numbers, man. But the reason why I brought that to you, one, to inform you that, he just got his deal. But the Jets is the Jets. Who cares about the Jets? But what it brings me to is the Redskins fans. Oh, I'm sorry, not Redskins. The Commander fans. Y'all boys, hey, I know y'all buttholes this tight. That shit that tight, bro. Because Scary Terry, Scary Terry he ain't feeling it, brother. He ain't feeling it. Look, let's hear from him. Let's hear from him and see what he has to say about it.
Be some active discussions, you know what I mean? Like I said, we haven't talked in over a month, and obviously with camp around the corner, it's becoming a little bit of crunch time. And, obviously you want to be in a position where you're building to what we did last year, and Jaden and I continue to build along with the offense. And that was the thing, like before I took a step back, it was, things were going great on the field, and the connection and the offense and the energy was just amazing. And so to see where it was then and where it's at now is definitely disappointing. So I don't necessarily know what happens next, but without any progressive discussion, it's kind of hard to see how I step on the field. So
Hey, my Redskin fans. I mean, God, dog, I keep saying Redskins. That was the dumbest shit ever. Why change the name? That's what I'm saying. The world too damn sensitive, man. The world too damn sensitive. But listen, I know them Commander fans. They buttholes this tight, bruh. They buttholes this tight. I'm telling you, y'all lose Scary Terry, it's over with. It's over with. You just heard what he said. Him and Jaden Daniels had a great connection on the field. But he ain't been on the field because he ain't got no money. So now it's like this. It's like this. Because he getting the connection with Debo. And let me keep it a buck with you. Debo, he gonna have to prove something to me. His thick ass gonna have to prove something to me. He gonna have to prove something because that nigga ain't been. Ooh, that man for Tampa ain't been nothing. He ain't been nothing. Like he hurt every year. He always crying about something. Like, now don't get me wrong. When he on, he on. He that boy. He that guy. You know what I mean? But Debo, without Scary Terry, that ain't gonna work, brother. That is not gonna work. And you just saw Garrett Wilson's contract. What you think? What you think? Scary Terry? Yeah, he gonna want that contract. Why? And he gonna want that guarantee. He gonna want it. And that's where he been. Yeah, he not. Man, come on, man. The Commanders need to get it together themselves. You know what I mean? Because Jane Daniels ain't gonna be Jane Daniels without no weapons. That's any quarterback. And then you take away his top weapon. Come on, man. Come on, man. Ain't no way that y'all feel as if the Commanders would be okay if they let Scary Terry go. If they let Scary Terry go, then guess what? I got them probably going, what? They might make 500. They might make 500. Because you got to think who's in their division. I mean, their conference. Eagles, Dallas. They both got solid defensive lines. He gonna need to get that pop out. You know what I mean? Now Debo will be good for that because of the screens and stuff like that. But I mean, what else? What else you gonna do? You can't go over the top. You can't go across the middle. You ain't got nobody that creates separation. So what's your angle, Commanders? Jaden Daniels is only on his second year. That's rookie money. You playing off of QB rookie money. That's great. Pay that man. Pay Scary Terry, and then figure it out later. Figure that shit out later. But right now, you need him. What, y'all made it to the NFC Championship last year? No, the game before the NFC Championship. I don't even know where the piss y'all made it. But y'all made it deep. You gonna need your weapons. You gonna need your weapons. So Commanders, they need to go ahead and get it right. They need to go ahead and get it right because that's some. Oof, that's scary to me. It had me feeling like what we was with TJ Watt. Shook. Wondering what in the piss is gonna happen. But enough about all that, man. Let's dive into what's currently going on now. Rookies have made it to minicamp. They have reported to camp. They in there. They going at it. My biggest thing is I got some people that I want to see, and I want to see if they dogs. You know what I mean? But let's talk about the QB situation. Let's talk about the QB situation in Cleveland, man. This shit is crazy, bro. You got Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, Shador Sanders, and Deshaun Watson. They got 5 of them boys, right? Now, the 2 rookies is Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders. Me personally, Shador went later than he should. I believe he was he first of all, fact number one, he was the highest accurate passer in the draft. But that's the biggest thing, man. That's what you're gonna hear about the most. Dylan Gabriel versus Shador Sanders. Now, how this roll, you know how the cookie crumble. Anybody that know football, you know how it goes. Dylan Gabriel was picked first. He was the highest pick. So he's going to get more touches with the ones. He's going to get more opportunities than Shador will. Now, will Shador be able to climb about that hole and put on and be able to overcome Dylan Gabriel? That one, I don't know. But I'm definitely gonna keep a good eye on it. But Joe Flacco, come on, man. Oldish dust. Joe Flacco, oh, come on, man. He need to get up out of there. Kenny Pickett ass. Kenny Pickett ass. And you know what's funny? They told Kenny he had the opportunity to be a starter there. And in Cleveland. Then they went out and drafted Dylan Gabriel and Shador. They did that boy dirty, man. Then he gonna come on there and talk about something. Well, I mean, as long as I got a chance to prove that I could be a number one, you can't. The film that you done put out is pure shit. It's pure shit. Like, it's horrible, bro. And then you left Pittsburgh because you ain't want to compete. You ain't want to compete. Like, come on, man. You done did everything you was set out to do. You done did everything you was set out to do. You got your little ring. You got your little ring, Super Bowl ring, and Philly last year. You know what I mean? Now it's time to just go ahead and sit back and be a glorified backup. That's all. A first round backup. That's his best bet. Joe Flacco, he just you know what I mean? Deshaun Watson need to go ahead and retire. He just need to go ahead and retire. He done got that big ass contract, came back looking like shit. Looked like they done massaged him a little too good because he wasn't worth shit when he came back, man. Pure, he was just awful, man. He's not the same person he was down in Houston. You know what I mean? But the talk of the town gonna be Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders, man. Me personally, I think it's gonna be a great QB battle, but how I see it working out is Shador get a start. He'd get a start probably about 7th, 8th week. He'll get a, you know what I mean? 7th, 8th week, he'll get a start. And when he do, that's gonna be his time to either put up or shut up. You know what I mean? But he got so much aura that he's not gonna stay behind the scenes too much. He's not gonna stay behind the scenes too much. And everybody knows as a fan, as soon as the organization start going downhill and you losing, y'all getting y'all ass whooped. Guess what? Man, push the door in, man. I mean, what else do we lose? What else do we got to lose? It's with every organization, man. It's gonna be with every organization, and that's just keeping it real. Shador get his shot, and when he does, it's up to him to put up or shut up. Me, I think he's gonna be solid. I think he'll be solid. I don't think he's gonna be no Tom Brady, but I think he's gonna be solid enough to fight for some wins, get up in there. You know what I mean? As long as they build around him, if he were to win the position. Dylan Gabriel, I don't know. I didn't really watch too much of Dylan. Like I didn't, you know. Oregon was just they was Oregon. They had hella pieces around them, you know what I mean? So that's gonna be up in the air. But I got some other rookies that I want to talk about, such as Ashton Genty. Um, Running back out of Boise State. Everybody know that little thick motherfucker. Little thick, you know what I mean? He got drafted to the Raiders. My thing is a question was up on X and it stated, will Ashton Genty be an impact or a loss for the Raiders? Me personally, I don't know. Me, I think he's solid, but I think it's gonna be a different ball game. Boise State, don't get me wrong. Everybody that play ball, they already know. Division 2, Division 3, Division 1. I mean, all of it's comp. But if you've been to all them levels, you see the difference. From why there's a D3, a D2, and a D1. And there's different levels. There's different levels, and a lot of it deals with the trenches. When you get to SEC and Big Ten and all them conferences, you see why there's a difference. Them boys is coming in 6'7", 350, running a 4'8", 4'7", 40. You know what I mean? Demons, big demons. And when you're running behind a line and you're playing teams that on the opposite side don't match with, you see, for instance, when they faced Penn State waxed that ass. He didn't have nothing. He was fumbling and everything. It's just certain things like that. So right now, I'm gonna say, he a little overrated. I don't think he's gonna be that impactful. I mean, he's gonna be impactful, but I don't think it's gonna be this big blow up like we think. You know what I mean? He's not gonna come out like Ezekiel Elliott. I don't think he's gonna do that. Remember when Zeke came in, that putting belt to ass? I don't think Genty gonna do that. You know what I mean? But the next one, Travis Hunter for the Jags. Me personally, I love that he's a freak athlete, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, man. If he goes both ways, he might do good this year, but for a long term, no. I don't see it. Because it's a bigger difference when you run from you guarding Jamar Chase, and then on the other side you got freaking Jalen Ramsey guarding you. You know what I'm saying? If you happen to run up against a matchup like that, like who has a good corner and a good receiver? All right, let's say Pittsburgh, because of course I'm a Pittsburgh fan. You're guarding DK Metcalf, then turn around and got to get guarded by Jalen Ramsey. Your ass gonna be tired. They've been sitting on the bench, chilling, getting their water, catching the AC, and you out there on that hot ass turf, toes melting. The cleats feel like they like this on your toes. And you out there got to guard this big ass receiver in DK, and then turn around and get locked down by a 30-year-old cornerback that knows the ropes. Shit gonna be a little different. But will he impact the team? For sure. For sure. Yes, he will impact the team. He will be impactful. He is now a Swiss Army knife for them. He can be used for multiple things. And he's just a playmaker, bro. Like, he's just going to be, I'm not going to say he's over or underrated. He's just where he need to be at. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to be one, like, he do a crazy play. You're going to be like, I mean, that's Travis Hunter. We've been seeing this. Now, at this stage, it's different, but, I mean, yeah. So, for Travis Hunter, I think he will be impactful. Last one was, what is it? Jalen Carter for New York, the defensive end from Penn State. Dog. Will he be impactful? Off the ripper. He will be the most impactful out of the two I just named. He would be the most impactful because the Giants is ass. And they got Russell Wilson, old ass, over there now. Ah, shit. Giants is ass, man. Now, I mean, I don't know. is Russell Wilson an upgrade from Daniel Jones? Current Russell Wilson and current Daniel Jones. Is it an upgrade? No, because at least Daniel Jones could run. Daniel Jones could run. He'd get his ass up out the pocket. Russell Wilson, old ass, and throw this big ass moon ball. Or if he do run, the motherfucker just run and he don't slide. He still think he young and lowering his shoulder and shit. Well, if you don't sit your old ass down somewhere, for your shoulder be sitting at your ass cheek when you get up. Motherfucker get up like this and shit. Now you can't throw shit. Ain't no moon ball nowhere. Facts. Yeah. The Giants is gonna be ass. I mean they might win a few games, but they still gonna be at the bottom. Who's in that division? Who's in that? You got Cowboys, Eagles, Commanders, and bottom of the division. Bottom of the division. That's 6-7 wins. That's pushing it. That's pushing it, brother. Let me look at their schedule. Let's look at their schedule. That's pushing it. Ooh. Ooh. Let me see. New York Giants football schedule. All right. So we ain't worried about no preseason, man. We is not worried about no preseason. All right. So, let me share my screen so y'all can see this shit too. And all right, so preseason, ain't worry about that. Commanders L. Now, only reason why I'm doing this right now is because we talk about the Giants, but closer we get to week 1, we're gonna do all game 1 reviews, who we think gonna win, so on so forth. All right, Commanders lost, Cowboys lost, Chiefs lost, Chargers lost, Saints. They ain't got no quarterback. I got them beating the Saints. Eagles lost, Broncos lost, Eagles lost. They about to get their ass whooped. They about to get their ass whooped. They about to get their ass whooped, bruh. They about to get their ass whooped. 49ers lost. Bears lost. Green Bay lost. Lions lost. Patriots. The Commanders again. Where are they playing? At Giants. December 14th. You know them visiting games, they be hard. I say they lose to the Commanders again. No, they'll beat the Commanders. I'll split the Commanders and Giants. I'll split that. They'll win, so that's 1. That's 2. They'll beat the Vikings. I don't know. It depends on how McCarthy do down there in Minnesota. Raiders, they'll beat. No, I don't know, because Geno back there. I'm gonna give it the win to Raiders. To Giants, and then the last game, Cowboys. I just don't know. Yeah, 5 or 6, bro. That's yeah, under 500. I got them going under 5, man. I got them going under 5, bro. I got them going under 5 because, oh man, that's a fucked up schedule. That's a messed up schedule, bro. Yeah, that's oof. I don't know. But Jalen Carter will. I'm sorry I got off topic, but Jalen Carter will be. Yeah. I got them at least. I got them at least being up there. I want to say MVP, rookie MVP, like, you know what I mean, rookie of the year type shit. I got them up there because they're gonna be on defense more than they are on offense. You see what I'm saying? Who's your team? Once a year, so you either like Dallas or you like Dallas or the Eagles. I don't got them beating the Eagles. I don't got them beating the Eagles. All right. Whoever's in here, if you like football and you know what's going on, we about to dive into some crazy debate topics, man. So this is the time where you need to bring your smack talk, whatever, because it's about to get real. So, who has the hardest division? The AFC or the NFC? What's crazier? Are the AFC teams got a better teams, or do the NFC have better teams? Now this, ooh, this about to get crazy. It's about to get crazy because me, I'm going with AFC. I'm going with AFC. One, we got Patty Mahomes. That's where all the quarterbacks are. Patty Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. Only quarterback y'all got over there in NFC is Jalen Hurts. You can throw Justin Herbert in there. You can throw that's all I can give you. Other than that, y'all ass. The NFC's ass. They're not ass, but they're not rocking with the AFC. They're not rocking with the AFC. Yeah, I just don't see it. AFC North, you got the Ravens, Browns, us, the Steelers, Bengals. AFC East, Miami, Buffalo, Jets, Patriots. The NFC, you got the 49ers. They all right. They need a new quarterback. They overpaid Brock Purdy. And if you can't tell me different, I promise you that y'all overpaid him. 49ers overpaid Brock Purdy. LA Rams, they're solid. They're going to have a crazy wide receiver duo. And Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua. Seattle, Sam Darnold's a bust. He's not going to go over there to Seattle and think he's going to do what he did in Minnesota. You had an offensive genius, pieces around you. Like, everything was there. He's another Brock Purdy. He's not going to, and do work. I don't know, because Seattle's defense is tough. Cardinals, what is it? Kyler Murray, a little micro mini pimp ass. NFC East, Dak, they're gonna be all right. They always do good during the regular season. It's the postseason is what scratches everybody's ass. But you got Dak, that wide receiver duo gonna be crazy, and Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. Of course, you got the Philadelphia Eagles. At defense of line, AJ Brown, Smith, Saquon. Damn, them motherfuckers might go back to the Super Bowl. They might go back to the Super Bowl. Just naming them just maybe gave me shivers. New York ass. Commanders, if they don't sign Scary Terry, I'm gonna leave that one on the back burner. Detroit, they should be solid. Green Bay solid. Vikings, depending on what McCarthy come out looking like. The Bears, I actually got them doing all right this year, even though Caleb Williams is a drama queen. But I got them doing all right. Kansas City, I mean, expect nothing less. Super Bowl. No, I don't know, because what's his face getting old? He tied up Taylor Swift's ass. So it just I don't know, because he get his receivers back this year too. I mean, it's just up in the air, But the Raiders, Geno Smith, I don't even know who they got on the Raiders. Like, I don't even pay attention to them. Like, they ain't been good in so long. It's just, I just be like, what? The Raiders? I forgot that they was even a team. Broncos, they're gonna be solid. Bo Nix, he gonna be all right. Chargers, I got them being all right. Texans, tough. Jags, Colts, because Daniel Jones might be the quarterback out there in Indianapolis if Anthony Richardson don't get it together. I don't understand how Anthony Richardson just fell off. And he that damn big. Come on, man. Another Cam Newton out there, and you hurt every 5 minutes. Take the nose ring out. Titans, ass. Even with Ward back there, ass. Tampa, they always gonna be up. Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield. Baker just got that dog in him. Saints, ass. Falcons, who they got? Penix, ooh, they might be all right. And you know that the Carolina Panthers gonna be a sleeper. They was showing a little bit last year at the end. But I'm gonna go with AFC on that. AFC got the hardest division. I mean, you know, the AFC is just where it's at. Who has the craziest conference? You know what I mean? You got AFC North. You got Lamar Jackson. Don't know the quarterback for the Browns. You got Aaron Rodgers and Joe Burrow. AFC. AFC North. That's where you that's juicy. That's juicy, you know what I mean? But you have the AFC East. Josh Allen. Tua. Concussion Tua. You have Justin Fields now. And then you have Drake Mayo. That division ass. That conference is ass. Justin Fields might do a little spark. Cause him and Garrett Wilson back, you know what I mean? They was raw at Ohio State. But you know, other than that, NFC West. Brock Purdy, Matthew Stafford, now Sam Darnold, and Kyler Murray. Ass. Ass. NFC East. You got Dak, Jalen Hurts, Russell Wilson, Jaden Daniels. That's a tough ass division right there. That's a tough ass division. You know why? Because all of them got the pieces, except for the Giants. them boys ass. Ass. That's gonna be a tough ass division. NFC North. It depends on how McCarthy come out. if he come out booming, the NFC North gonna be tough. Golf, you got Golf, Love, McCarthy, and Williams, Caleb Williams. That might be tough. AFC West, Mahomes, Geno, Bo Nix, Justin Herbert. Depends on how Herbert come out. How Justin Herbert comes out. It depends on how he come out. If he come out balling this year, then I put them up there. But Bo Nix, he did his thing against the Chiefs last year. AFC South. You got C.J. Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Anthony Richardson, and Cam Ward. Ass. Ass. Oh, man. That Joe straight trash, bro. Then you got, last but not least, NFC South. Baker Mayfield. Don't know who the quarterback is for the Saints. Is it Spencer Rattler? I think that's him. I don't know. Michael Penix, and then Bryce Young. I ain't gonna say ass, but I'm gonna say developing. Because Penix and all these got less than 5 years in the NFL. These three teams. So I'm gonna say developing. You know what I mean? So my top three. I'm gonna go with North. No specific order. I'm gonna go with North, AFC North, NFC East, and fuck. I'm gonna say, man. It's between the AFC West and the NFC North. Let me go with NFC North because Jared Goff, Jordan Love, the Vikings team is just, they're solid. And then Caleb Williams and the Chicago, they are right. They are right. So that's gonna be mine. That's gonna be mine. But last but not least, man, this is what we're gonna wrap it up with. We will jump more into this on the next episode. We're gonna go into the college week 1. Ooh, well, I'm telling you what, don't nothing I love more than football, boy. But college week 1, man. August 24th. It's my brother's birthday. So of course, it gets it in. But these are the games. As far as I know, you know what? Let me share my screen and let me share my screen and see what games that's gonna be. Yeah, I mean, let's see what's hitting on, what it's hitting on, cause it's hard. It's hard to say because week 1, you know, Idaho, UNLV. I don't know. Iowa State. Let me see here. East Carolina, NC State. That's gonna be a good game. That's why I hate week 1 of freaking college, bro. There be all these ass teams playing against each other. Nah, come out. Ooh, August 30th. Texas versus Ohio State, 12 p.m. I'm in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Alabama, Florida. Whoa, Marshall's playing Georgia this year. That shit gonna be like 75-7. I mean, that's the only one that really caught me. I ain't even gonna cap. That's the only one that caught me. I mean, we all know week one is usually, you know what I mean? It's usually like, okay. You know what I mean? It's a lot of freaking blowouts. It's nothing like you gonna be like, oh no, no, no. It's just a lot of damn blowouts. But yeah, man, that wraps it up, man, for today's stream. Appreciate everybody that tuned in to the live. Make sure you go like, comment, subscribe on my YouTube channel. Go like my Facebook page, UDR Podcast. Um, Daily info will be on that as far as when I'll go live, so on and so forth. I will be doing these probably from now on. No more recorded. I want to go live just so I can enjoy the audience and the audience can be able to reach out and talk during stream. Um, and as I always say, man, the equipment, the stream will always get better, but the talks will always remain raw. We are now approaching football season. Every Sunday, if not every Sunday, the next day, I'm on it. I will be having guests on. We're going to be talking it up, opening the room for y'all to come in and talk. But get ready because shit's about to get crazy. But again, man, UDR podcast, all platforms. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. Peace out. See you next time.